Hey guys, here I will teach you how to play Minecraft Explorers. Let's go!
Hi everyone.
Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and also check out my gaming channel, Markis P Gaming, for video game Let's Play content. There is no competition with Minecraft Explorers. Here, it's all cooperation, meaning you work together with the other players. You can even play this game on your own if you want to. Let's set up the game. First things first, shuffle the deck of landscape cards with the landscape side face up. You can tell what they look like by seeing the hunger symbol and its cost on the top left corner and imagery all around. A few of these cards with the villagers on the front are village cards, but most of what you'll find are from certain biomes, such as this one or this one. After shuffling the landscape deck, send the top 5 cards of the deck face up in the middle of the table as shown. Just make sure that no player, including yourself, sees the items on the other side of the cards. Next, shuffle the deck of mob cards. Then without looking, remove a number of cards from the game equal to the number of players. If you're playing a 4-player game, remove 5 cards from the game. In a 3-player game, it's 6 cards. In a 2-player game, 7 cards, and if you're playing by yourself, 8 cards. After that, take the bottom 4 cards of the mob deck, and then you're going to insert the game over card into these cards. Shuffle them all up, then place those cards back underneath the mob deck as shown. Place the mob deck down here, and then draw a mob card from it and place it face up right next to it. Now it's time to choose the difficulty, and that is determined by the number of chesses that you want to play with in the game. Shuffle the chess cards up and lay down a number of them to the table according to your chosen difficulty. If you're playing in easy mode, you'll play with 5 chess. In normal mode, it'll be 6 chess. In hard mode, 7 chess. And in hardcore mode, 8 chess. Whatever number of chesses that you want to play with, lay them down with the open chesses face up. Send the rest of the chess cards from the game. Now if you notice, all the chesses have a number on the bottom right corner from 1 through 12, and you're wondering, why is that? Well, if you're playing Minecraft Explorers for the first time, it's recommended that you play with chesses 1 through 5 instead of shuffling all the chess cards, hence why each of them have a number on the bottom right corner. The player who recently played Minecraft goes first and is given all 6 of these hunger cards plus the night card, and turn order goes clockwise. Now if you're playing this game with other players, when it's your turn, even though you get to make all the choices, it's okay to ask for help from the other players. After all, you're all working together to try to beat the game. On your turn, you will perform various actions at the cost of hunger cards. There are 4 actions total, and I will go over each of them elaborately a little bit later in the video. You will pay for your actions by discarding hunger cards from your hand. You may perform all these actions as many times as you want and in any order that you want, as long as you can afford the hunger cards to pay for them. When you don't have enough hunger cards to pay for the actions, or if you're done, your turn is over. At that point, discard any remaining cards that you have left over, including the night card. When this is discarded, draw the top card of the mob deck and add it to a row of other mobs, like this, as indicated by that symbol shown. After that, give these exact 7 cards to the next player in line, and then it's their turn. Rinse and repeat until the game is won or lost. When you draw a card from the mob deck, don't think that you could get away with just drawing 1 card. You could get overrun. If you reveal a mob that's already on the table, you will be overrun. And if that happens, you have to draw another mob card from the mob deck. And you have to keep going until you reveal a mob that is not on display on the table yet. Let's do this right now as an example. Ugh, that's not good. I have to draw another one. Ugh, I'm still overrun. Come on. Huh. Poof! Anyways, there. Now the drawing is done. If you don't take care of the mobs appropriately in the game, your mob deck will deplete much faster than you think, and that is dangerous. Action 1. Explore a landscape. To explore a landscape, you pay a number of hunger cards that is shown on the top left corner of the selected landscape. For example, I'm going to discard 3 hunger cards in order to go and explore this landscape right here. Whatever you chose for a landscape that you paid hunger cards for, flip it over to see what you got. Take the item that you found and place it in front of you. It is now in your inventory. You can have as many items as you want, and you can use items with special abilities on the same turn, or you can use them for a later turn. Some landscape cards, like this one right here, will have skull and crossbones on it. That means danger. If you explore a landscape like this, mobs could appear, but you'll never know unless you explore that card. When you do, if you see a symbol that looks similar to that, that means you'll have to draw cards from the mob deck and then add those mobs to the row of other mobs. Just for curiosity, let's see if this card has any danger. Yep, right there. But this is worth it. That diamond pickaxe is really strong. And a few landscapes are simply villages, like this one. It may be cheap to explore, but it also requires an item from your inventory. To explore a village, you must discard 1 hunger card, plus discard one of the items shown here in order to receive the item shown here. Since we all know the item for this landscape is a loaf of bread, I can simply reveal the loaf of bread on this side of the card. Action 2. Reveal new landscapes. This only costs 1 hunger card to perform this action. If you have any landscape cards still left face up on the table, for each one individually, you may choose to keep it there, or put that card back underneath the landscape deck. Afterwards, send landscape cards from the top of the landscape deck until you have 5 landscape cards in the center of the table. Action 3. Fight mobs and claim them as trophies. You can fight mobs on the table by paying a number of hunger cards from your hand that matches that as shown on the top left corner of the mobs, then claim those mobs as trophies. For example, I'm going to discard 2 hunger cards from my hand to go after this zombie, defeat it, then I can claim it as a trophy. Trophy mobs are added to your inventory like items. If you happen to have a pair of the same mobs as trophies in your inventory, you can discard them in order to treat it as 1 hunger card that you can use to spend on an action. I got a couple tips for you. Tip number 1. It is best to save your pair of trophy mobs to use as a hunger card for last, because if you discard your trophy mobs for a hunger card, they're gone for good, so it's best to use them when you have to spend a lot of hunger cards. And tip number 2, when you're fighting a mob, go for ones that are by themselves so that you reduce your chances of getting overrun. And action 4, fill in chests. This action only costs 1 hunger card to play. Send any number of item cards from your inventory under chest cards that require those items. Once all the required items are under a chest, flip that chest card over. So let's see what I got in my inventory. I can take these 2 wooden blocks and put them underneath this chest for a match, and then I can flip that chest over. What else? I do have an emerald that can go under here, but I'm missing the pickaxe. But I do have this special item, which I don't know the name of for the life of me, so I can put that under here. Don't mind this image right here. I think that's where the item came from. Yep, it's a match. So I can also flip this chest over and shut that as well. Now, whenever you flip over a chest, you do get a reward. You get to defeat a mob on the table without paying the hunger cards for it. Take that mob as a trophy and add it to your inventory. But if there's no mobs to claim, well, sorry, you don't get any trophy mobs at all. Now that you know how the game works, this is how the game is won. For you and everybody else to win the game, all but 1 chest must be filled. So in this case, if you're playing an easy mode game with 5 chests, you only need to fill in 4 of them and not all 5. But if you and everybody else are unable to do that before drawing the game over card, everybody loses. All that's left now is to show off the special items that will help you with the game, starting with the Explorer map. If you play this, you get to pick from any one of these landscapes of your choice from the landscape deck, then add it to the table as an additional landscape for all the players to explore. These 2 landscapes contain the following 2 items. The Wet Sponge, and I found out what this item is called, the Totem of Undying. These 2 unique items only serve one purpose, to fill in chests. If you don't have the chests that require these cards, avoid the landscapes for these items at all costs so that you can avoid unnecessary danger. Next are these items: Emerald, Furnishing, Lighten, Iron Ingot, and Wood. These 5 items serve 2 purposes: to fill in chests and to be traded with villagers. This is the Crossbow. Send this card to the discard pile in order to defeat any 2 mobs without paying any hunger cards. Then add those 2 mobs as trophies to your inventory. This is a pickaxe. When you find one, add it to your inventory with the arrow facing you. When you use one, flip it upside down to show that it is damaged. When you use it again while it's damaged, send it to the discard pile. You can use a pickaxe to cover the cost of a landscape by that much. However, the landscape must have a picture of a pickaxe on it. The same condition goes with the swords as well, where you must use it on the required landscapes. But in addition, you can also use swords to reduce the hunger cost of the mobs that you're fighting against. A couple of chests require these tools to fill in as well. It does not matter the material of the tools, and you can even fill in the chests with damaged tools. This is a food card. Send a food card to the discard pile to gain that much hunger that you can spend on your actions. Any unused hunger from these cards are expired at the end of your turn. This is armor. Send this to the discard pile before you would have to draw any cards from the mob deck, whether at the end of your turn or after revealing a dangerous landscape, in order to not draw any mob cards at all at that time. And finally, the Spyglass. Send this to the discard pile in order to reveal all of the landscapes on the table. Remember what you see under each one. Like this one has another Spyglass. When you're done looking at all the landscapes, flip them back face down again. Okay, that is how you play Minecraft Explorers. Did you know that this game comes in 6 languages? Right up here. You have English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, and that one right there is Netherlands, so Dutch. That's pretty convenient, I have to say. And with that, I'm gonna call it good right there. That's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care.